Why are you saying that?
This is Surreal Series, baby.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, what's going on, peeps?
Oh, man. All right. I made the migration. Now I'm finally on camera. And you guys can
Damn.
see that I'm not as hairy.
I fucked up.
What'd you do?
I was just trying to plug this fucker in. Never mind. Doesn't matter. What's up, everybody?
Either way,
Welcome to another week of the quarantine series.
I don't really like it that much compared
No, I
to being
hate
in
it.
person. I don't know how
I
much
hate
longer
this,
it'll be.
dude. Yeah, I really actually hate this, dude.
It's just boring. I'm just been entertaining myself with doing clips, playing a little bit of video games, then watching various topic YouTube videos to doing puzzles. That's it.
Oh man, you've gotten to the puzzles.
Yeah, we finished the 1500 one. Now we're on to 1000 one.
Yeah, that's how bored you guys are.
They're therapeutic.
I'm onto the stage where I'm walking every day, dude, like a fucking old person, because I'm like, my life's coming to an end.
Yeah. So might as well have it end while walking.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's just like, this is this is getting to me, man. Like, usually I don't fold. Usually I don't fold at all. But this is really getting to me.
If we were still in middle school or high school, we'd be loving it, though.
Oh, 100%. Hey, I can play video games every day and sneak out and do whatever.
I mean, you can still do that now, kind of. You can sneak into your backyard.
Yeah.
Or your front yard.
Hey, I'm not supposed to be out here.
You get across the line to make sure you still have one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the new line.
Yeah. And it's just, I mean, there's like some promising vaccines, I guess, that they created. But I don't know. Who cares? I mean, we don't know. We don't know until we know, you know?
It could take months still. Yeah. Or
dude, it's going to take months. They said, I read the fucking the stuff, and they said if it goes well, they could have millions done by the end of this year. But it's not for use. It's for emergency use and further testing. So
they'd have millions of more tests, or million. I'm sorry.
Millions of vaccines created.
Oh, millions of vaccines. I'm sorry. Yeah.
For emergency vaccination, or which we might end up doing. If it works really well, we might emergency vaccinate. So, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want it to come to emergency vaccinate. I would hope that we'd have it under enough control that it wouldn't have to be that much of an issue. But you never know.
Yeah.
Depends. Yeah. Sometimes when people think that no matter what ends up happening, people are going to disagree that they didn't do it good enough or they went too hard. It doesn't matter. That's why you got the protests, and like, I think it was too much. Like yesterday, those protests, like it's kind of senseless to go out and expose yourself like that, because there was people, they were blocking ambulances to get into hospitals. They blocked at least like 4 patients that were there to go to get dialysis. You know, if they don't get dialysis on the mark, dude, they're already risking their life by a few minutes.
Yes, so. Exactly. That whole thing was just totally out of whack and super irresponsible, I think, for people to be doing that. That's just setting us back from the progress that we have gained from everyone, going through this together. now we have a bunch of people that are branching off and not going through this together.
But they still think they are in a way.
They think they're helping us.
Yeah.
When it's like, hey, let's see this. Let's see this from a outside perspective. It's so idiotic. If the government's doing this like they think, like you're still just putting people in danger. You know, even if it's a government created a virus, you're still just putting people in danger. Even if it's whatever
caused by 5G.
Caused by 5G, you're still putting people in danger. We see it spreads from person to person, even if it's created by 5G.
Yeah, that's what I think is ridiculous, though, is that people, they'll say that they were there practicing social distancing, you know, by being in different cars, which, I mean, a lot of people were just in their cars, but I don't think your air filter in your car blocks the virus from coming into your car. And
no,
also,
I don't think so either.
If you take a step outside, you know, the coronavirus, if you're near somebody that's exposed, even if you don't breathe it in, it could live on your clothes or your shoes for days.
Yes, exactly.
And you know, not everybody's. When I go to the grocery store, I usually come home and just get changed. You know, not everybody does, and most people don't have the time to. Well, now they actually have the time to if they don't have a job. But you know, it's just, I don't know. I find it kind of ridiculous. Just like, it's clear that the fastest way we'll get over this is everybody staying inside. And, you know, you could mail 15 letters and they'll hear your message just as loud as you guys like clogging up the infrastructure. It's just ridiculous.
It's so stupid, dude. And they think that this is like a viable way to fight the system or anything like that. I mean, this is just idiotic, dude. Like, the government's just as scared as we are, dude.
Exactly.
Like, they're not just like, oh yeah, we know what's going on. Yeah, there's a fucking treatment out there, and we're just waiting for all you fuckers to die. No, it's not how it is, dude. It's a very strange virus, though, dude. I do have to admit, just the way that it hits people is strange. I'm not chopping this up to any sort of conspiracy. Literally, it's just strange. Like, it's not like something we've ever seen before. You know what I mean? It targets old people. It doesn't target like young infants and stuff like that. So, like, that's a crazy thing.
It's incubation too. Like, it can be up to like 3 weeks. So, I mean, like, you don't see shit like that most of the time.
Yeah,
it's usually pretty quick. Like, if somebody coughs on you in the subway, you're gonna have a cough probably the morning you wake up. You know, the next day. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, 1 or 2 days later.
Yeah, where 3 weeks, and then it can just hit you like a ton of bricks, and then depending on who you are, you might not make it.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
Yep. And I'm not trying to figure out if one of my family members will make it or not. I'm not trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it or not. You know, that's. And then all those people who went to Lansing are gonna have that moment where they go, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have fucking done that. Because I guarantee somebody there had coronavirus. Guarantee it.
Yeah, there was thousands.
Yeah.
I can't say too many thousands, but
there's so many more cases than we know, because a lot of people just don't even have symptoms, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the scary thing, you know. So
yeah, and plus it's just like I look at it as almost just like, even if one person had it there, it's just all it takes is that one person, and then they go back, and it's not like it's all just people from Lansing. It's literally people that are from all across the state that went.
Yeah.
People drove hours to go. So now they're just going to make their area possibly a hotbed, a new one, in the next 2 to 3 weeks. You don't know what'll happen. You never know.
Oh man.
Be responsible, people. I'm looking at you. Yes, be responsible. Stay the fuck inside.
Yeah, dude.
Just stay inside.
Here's something. It's President Trump's daughter. Uh, ignored the stay at home and traveled to New Jersey.
Suspicious. For what?
Along with Mrs. Trump. Why does it say Miss Trump? What the fuck? She's clearly married to Donald Trump.
You're allowed to be called
Ms.
Ms. Yeah, I think some women, they'll specify they want to be called that.
Okay. So it was Miss Trump and her husband. Okay. This is talking about Ivanka. I thought it was talking about. Okay, Miss Trump and her husband, Jared Kushner, who is also a senior White House advisor, traveled with the 3 children to the Trump National Golf Bed Minister in New Jersey to celebrate the first night of Passover. Come on, you can do that from home.
There's plenty of Passover celebrations that were, live streamed.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, dude, it's just ridiculous. I'm at a loss for words. You know what I mean? I just don't know with how everything's going, dude. Like how we're gonna get out of this and say, yeah, let's go back to being a normal society. Not gonna happen. It's just
Yeah, I think it's gonna be just polarized from here on out. Anytime there's a 6th season, like, because I mean, just to put it into frame right now, not trying to down talk the virus, but the flu still has killed way more than the virus so far.
Yeah.
So
this season, yeah.
So any 6th season now, because the coronavirus is still really bad. Like even if no more people died from it, it was still a really bad virus.
Yeah.
Because it's so unpredictable. We had no vaccine for it. We had nothing.
Yep.
So we're just lucky that it's like a 2 to 5% death rate. We're lucky because it could have easily been 50 or 60. And so like going on from there is just what happens when that next virus comes 5-10 years later and has that death rate. It's
inevitable. It's inevitable that something like that's going to happen.
Well, exactly. So, I mean, going off of your point saying is that how are we going to go back to being normal? Because everything's put to such a bigger scale now.
That's exactly what I'm saying is we have no fucking idea what's in store for us. We have no idea. We are so in the dark right now that it's unfunny. And we're realizing how still Neanderthal we are, dude. We're just Cro-Magnons walking around. We have all these fancy things, but in terms of our own safety, we have nothing. If a fucking meteor falls out of the sky, we can't shoot it down.
Unless we get active on it now and try and separate it somehow, like Graham Hancock says. But that's 40 years of work.
Exactly. They've said stuff like, they could send like rocket type things that grab onto the meteor and shift it, in a certain direction. But
yeah, like the space, I like, wasn't it the space blankets where like it has a jet on it that blows heat at the space blanket and takes different parts of the rock away after they make incisions?
I think so.
It might not be.
Yeah, it's just like, and shit like that, dude. Just I don't know, man. It's hard to see us going back to normal society after this,
I can't see it. I know I won't. I'm already a freak about washing my hands. Now I'm going to be washing my hands raw every day from now on, pretty much, because you never know if it's going to go away or if it actually went away. So like you said, it's just not going to be normal. It's going to be in the back of people's minds. Unless somehow you're enough of a numbskull to not have that register in your soul that this was terrible.
Yes, exactly.
But that's evolution doing its work at that point, in my opinion. If you can't recognize this was bad and like change your lifestyle to it, then you're asking for it at that point.
No, 100%, dude. 100%.
Little gritty details right now. Gritty opinions.
There's something that was said to me the other day, but it kind of put things in perspective to actually make it something positive for once. Even though this is awful, we are going through history and we get to see it. We are going through a huge part of history, bigger than 9/11, I'd have to say.
Yeah, I think some people tried to downplay and say it's not as bad as 9/11. This is worse. This has killed way more people. This
shook the world.
The entire world.
This didn't shake a country. This shook a world. So, dude,
I agree.
I think in a sick way, it's kind of what we needed. In a sick way, this is kind of what we needed.
Yeah, in a humbling sense, you're saying, right? Like, the fact is that we're not, like, Mother Nature doesn't give a fuck how smart we are. How smart we think we are, I should say.
Yep. And also, on top of it, like, I've just noticed people are a lot closer with each other now, which that's just, like, a benefit all on its own. So...
people are becoming a more appreciative, you know, of the connections that they have, especially since they can't even talk to the ones that, can't see most of them, just see most of your friends. Unless you're not following social distancing, then, you are seeing them. But you shouldn't be.
No,
you can't stress that enough here on the Surreal Series. Stay the fuck home.
Yeah, stay home, dude. 6 feet away. On top of it, like, you should... dude, even me, I pretty much stay 6 feet away from my mom. That's it. Because the only person I really, and this is fucked up of me to say, but I go and see my girlfriend. But I know that she's safe, and I know that she stays home. That's the good thing.
That's, like, the one thing I see people that are doing, but you were, like, exposed to them already.
Yes, exactly.
It's not like you don't know where they've been, and you were working with her. So, I mean, like, whatever she was exposed to, you were. So, other than that, she's at home, right?
Yep. So. Yeah, so, I mean, that's basically it. I mean, dude, we go to the grocery store together, but that's together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether something's going to happen, that would happen whether I went alone or not. So, I mean, dude, it's just, and I had to really weigh that. There was a time when I literally said to her, I was like, and it's a new relationship, and I was like, I don't know about this. Like, I don't think it's the smartest thing for us to be doing this. And she was like, well, I'm I'm staying home and whatever, and you felt fine every time you come over here. And, it just weighs the decisions, I weighed the decisions, I should say, and I didn't really see too much of a problem with it because she is right. We're not doing enough and we're not being irresponsible. We have masks when we leave the house to go shopping, or gloves,
Always wearing clean clothes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Just taking, like, if you're taking the proper precautions, that's why, like, this isn't the same thing as, like, wrapping it back around to the, like, people will say, well, you're doing the same thing as people at the protest did. Well, no, you're going out wearing masks. You're doing the least amount of exposure as possible. And they were by far not social distancing.
Yeah.
By any means.
Yep.
They were right all up next to each other holding signs.
Yep.
No masks. That's what scared me. When that's the only reason why I looked at the live stream yesterday. Because I was like, please be wearing masks.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But at least you two are.
Yeah.
That's the upside.
Yeah, dude, it's I mean, that's incredibly hard, social distance on a brand new relationship, dude. Like, especially, I mean, she's moving to, like, an hour away in 15 days anyway, so, I mean, might as well get my time in with her that I can.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, what I was gonna say, you're gonna find this super funny, dude. So two things happened. I accidentally shaved off part of my eyebrow. I'm sure you saw that yesterday.
I didn't notice.
You did notice?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I mean,
the
I was
camera.
only there to talk to you for like 2 minutes, so I talked to
Yeah.
your mom more than I talked to you.
Yes. Yeah. I was. I had this thing. It's like a wand, and like it's supposed to like, uh, trim up my eyebrows, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just trim them like whatever a millimeter. Uh, and I was using it, and the razor slipped on it, and it like slipped down, and like it went and like went down 2 notches, and that's the one where you shave off hair. That's like the ear one and like the sideburn one.
Yeah.
That's the sideburn setting actually. Yeah. So yeah, it just took off, burned my eyebrow. So
Now you have to did you trim the other side?
no.
You should just
Now I just look like a super fucking douche. I just look
like you
like a
don't
super.
even have the lines. You just trimmed the
No,
part
it's
of.
no. There's like a line. It's like kind of like a line. Like it's, you'll see it in the video, dude. It's bad. It's bad. It's the ugliest thing in the world. And also, I cut off part of my finger.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you cook it with the hot dogs so at least you could serve it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, I did. People are like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's just a piece of the hot dog. Do not worry about it, little one. Do not worry about that, little one. No, I was chopping the lettuce, dude, and I looked over, and I was saying something, and then I kept on chopping, and then my finger, like I usually keep my hands balled up when I chop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm gonna nick something, it's my knuckles. But I don't know why I put my pointer finger out at that point in time. I was just like, oh yeah, this boy's coming out. Everything else was still balled up. Pointer finger just comes out.
Cut me off right here.
Yeah, I was like,
Here.
oh no, you're coming out. You're gonna go in the line of the blade. And for like my mind just went, oh, your hand's still in a ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just sliced down and just cut off. I got a Band-Aid over it. That's all I can do right now. You know what I mean? I cut off like, I don't know, a third of the tip of my finger.
I'm just making a gross face right now. I don't like hearing that stuff.
Yeah. And dude, it really hurt. Like and I was like, and my girlfriend was like, "Oh, we got to go to the hospital." I'm like, "No."
Where's
I'm
the
like,
duct tape?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to the hospital for this. I am not possibly contracting coronavirus for this. So,
It ain't worth it.
no, it's definitely not worth it, dude. Dude, it was bleeding for 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Just losing so much blood, dude. I got so lightheaded.
Dude, I hate that feeling.
Yeah. I put a fucking Band-Aid on it, right? After that 45 minutes. And my dumbass, goes, I need to wash it out. Like after like 2 hours of having the Band-Aid on. And I tear the Band-Aid off, and obviously like my blood had started drying, right?
Yeah.
And I just started it all back up. So I was like, another 45 minutes of it bleeding, dude. Like, all right, that's great.
You're going to be on Scarred one day, dude.
Oh, yeah, 100% with the guy from Papa Roach.
Yeah. God, I used to love that show, but I couldn't watch it now.
That guy thought, what was his fucking name? His name was like Jolioli or some shit.
That's from Custom Grow 420.
Oh, yeah.
Close.
What's the name of that guy, dude? I'll look it up. Actually, I have a computer. I don't know why I was about to look it up on my phone.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember his name.
Singer of Papa Roach. of Papa Don't Preach.
Papa don't
Jacoby Shadix.
Oh, that sounds like a name.
What did I say?
Jacoby Shadix.
Yeah, no. I know I said that. Oh, Jolioli.
Jolie. Oh, okay. I thought you. Okay.
Jacoby and Jolioli. Dude,
That'd
this
be a
guy
good
looks
duo,
like
bro.
this guy looks like the fucking biggest douchebag ever. Like, he's a handsome dude, but he has tattoos everywhere. In every single picture throughout from 2006 to 2019, we have here, same haircut. It just went from black to blonde. Yep. He always wears the fucking little soul patch on his chin. And he's always doing this pose where he just is way too animated. This guy.
I'm looking like at Google images of him right now.
Yeah, he looks like the world's biggest douchebag.
Yeah, it's almost like he wanted to be in Green Day, but they didn't let him.
Yes. It looks like he wanted to be in Green Day, and then they didn't let him, and then he went, oh, okay, well, I'll join Slipknot. And they were like, yeah, but you're too big of a bitch.
And then what about My Chemical Romance?
So he's like, I'm going to name this band after my dad and a little insect.
Maybe that's what his dad's nickname was.
Hey, I'm going to be the first to admit this. I kind of like Papa Roach.
There's a couple songs I've heard that I liked.
Yeah, it just reminds me of WWE.
It doesn't make him any less of a douchebag.
No, he's still a douchebag.
You can like a douchebag's music.
Made great songs.
Hmm?
Did he touch little kids? Probably. You know.
Probably.
I don't think personal action really affects the music.
No. Product separate.
It makes it a little bit more transparent. Makes the music a little bit more transparent.
Mm-hmm.
What was he really talking about in that song? Anyways, yeah, dude. It's stupid.
I'm just, dude. This guy just like his music videos. Just
dude.
It's always like the fisheye lens from like a bird's eye view angle on him and shit, you know. And it's like going in and out.
Remind us.
Oh, dude, Jacoby
so
Shadix,
cringy,
bro.
dude. If you could put down, hey, what was the most cringy part of 2008? Fucking throw up Jacoby Shadix in any music video. Fuck.
There you go.
That guy fucking world's biggest douche. Hey, man. Hey.
I don't know. I think
Jacoby?
Jake Paul is a bigger douche than him.
Nope. Jacoby Shadix wins. Hey, Jacoby Shadix. You have won an honorable award. It's the Surreal Series granted world's biggest douche award. And that's okay.
2020.
2020.
We'll do a new one every year.
It's the quarantine sports.
The quarantine sports. You get a gold.
Yeah.
Gold medal in douchebaggery.
Yeah. Hey, and if you don't stay home, you get a platinum. Somehow.
There you go.
That's the one award that if you do worse, you get higher.
Welcome to the Surreal Series.
Yeah. Where it's not only real.
It's real.
I was going to say. It's quarantined.
It's quarantine.
Yeah.
Quarantine
Where it's not only
sports.
real. Where it's not only real, it's not real. Oh, man.
All right, well, I have to stop looking at pictures of Jacoby now.
That's what I was doing the whole time. So, so the last time we talked, I think you were talking about Valorant.
Yes, sir.
So you played it.
A lot.
Yeah, and you like it?
Yeah, me and Nick are actually getting pretty good at it. We're
starting
to know which characters we want to play with. I'm mainly not that you would like know the characters, but I'm mainly a Brimstone, Jet, or everybody plays Raze because she's overpowered. But so yeah.
So is it out of that open key beta shit.
Yeah, anybody that streams Valorant now, there's drops enabled. So I mean, if you got it, you could get the tag for your PC. You just have to link your Twitch to the Riot Games account. Quick plug for Valorant. I'll tag Valorant in this next tweet. They liked their tweet to the last episode I put out on Twitter.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I tagged them.
Okay.
They liked it because they're a good dev team. They're up on their socials and everything. I saw that Matt D'Elia liked your tweet.
Yeah, man. Matt D'Elia liked my tweet, dude. I had a pretty weird Twitter.
Yeah, you looked angry.
Huh?
You looked angry for part of it.
Oh yeah, my whole Twitter thing, dude, has been it's really up or down right now. I'm not getting a lot of followers, and that's okay because I'm having a blast doing it. I asked one of my favorite YouTubers. I said, "How old are you?" Because I was super curious because he talks about like all these old video games, and I was like, "Dude, he can't be that much older than me." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I was curious about. Was like, hey man, how old are you? Because you talk about all these video games, and like, I want to see if you were raised up that, or if I just lost out on all these video games. If for some reason I was behind par on video games. And he goes, "Who gives a fucking shit?" And I'm like, "All right, fuck you, asshole." And I didn't know that that's his shtick. You know what I mean? So I took it super personally, and I was like, I was about to write him back some fucking horrendous shit, Dad. It's about to be like, hey, listen here, fucking asshole. You're just pissed off because you're all cooped up in your house and you can't fucking leave to drink, you fucking idiot. And he's like, and then so I ended up deleting the tweet. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be called an asshole. And then I was like, and then I looked at the tweet below, and it was kind of a similar tweet, and he was like, "Fuck you! Like, who gives a shit what you think?" He's this British guy, by the way.
So just inherently vulgar.
Yeah, exactly. And he's very opinionated. I've lost a lot of respect from him from the whole fucking thing, but whatever. So basically, me being the fucking goofster I am, you know?
Yeah.
I deleted the tweet, but you still have the comments and everything that everybody commented on.
Mm-hmm.
So I commented under the comments. There was a kid that said, "Hey, he deleted the tweet. I didn't see what it said." And I said, and the kid's name was like fucking Snow Scrubs or something like that. I was like, yeah, it was just a poll, or it was just a poll to see if you thought Snow Scrubs was gay or not. And like, that's not even bad, dude.
No, it's just a stupid internet retort that truly means not much.
Dude. Exactly. It was classless. I'll say that. It was classless, and it wasn't a good joke, but it was like such like a silly childish humor.
Mm-hmm.
That it was like innocent. Dude, I meant nothing by it. I was just punking the kid because he was out of the know. That's
like if the guy I knew, if somebody replied to me with that after asking what it said, I'd laugh. I'd giggle.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be like, all right. I'd just be like, fuck you, sir, and just go on my way.
Dude, so he fucking the guy. And dude, why is he looking through the comments? Like, are you that big of a loser that you're looking through the comments?
So he has a decent amount of like subscribers and followers.
He has like 30,000.
Oh, okay. So it's not. Why is he still weeding through the comments?
His YouTube has like 1.2 million.
Then he should not be reading anything anybody responds to him anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
The Joe Rogan method, bro. Once you're over a million something, you don't need to look at anything.
Exactly.
Unless you're at polling for your content, like asking, like, hey, what do you guys want to see? If it's like direct interaction with followers is necessary, but you don't need to read the comments. Yes.
So I'm like I said that shit, and he fucking blocks me, and I go back to look at the tweet because I'm like, and I'm like, I don't know why I went to go look at it back again, maybe to see if he commented or other people liked it, just to make me look more like an idiot. And I was like, ugh. So I click on it and it goes, can't find this activity. So I try and go to his page and it's like Karl has, his name's Karl Smallwood too. Karl Smallwood.
It's a neat name.
Yeah. He's, it's Fact Fiend is his channel. Anyway, so it's like Karl Smallwood has blocked you. Are you fucking kidding, dude? And then I go on my second Twitter because I had an old Twitter that I made a long time ago, and I go onto his page and I see that he's retweeted. He took a screenshot of what I said, dude. So petty, bro. This shit was so petty. He took a screenshot of the original tweet, then he took a screenshot of what I said to that kid, and he's like, "This is what he said." He goes, "Yeah, taking your tweet down because." Yeah, I took my fucking tweet down, dude. So what? Taking your tweet down and blatant homophobia. Real cool look, man. And dude, the fire in my eyes started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I should light a fucking subtle fire under your asshole. Because you don't know who you're talking to. I could be gay. My best friend is gay. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not homophobic at all. I will let dudes kiss me if they want to. If that makes them feel better.
I won't.
Anyways.
That's fine. That's crossing my line, but...
No, I probably wouldn't. I was just being over-exaggerant, you know?
Yeah,
but,
we love kissing boys. We love gay people.
You be whatever you want, you know what I mean? Dude, I'm the rainbow's cool. I love the rainbow. You know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, he goes, whatever, that's cool look. And dude, I just went, you know what, dude? I literally said this in a fucking in a reply and a comment under. I go, you know what, dude? Here's my second Twitter. I was like, if you feel like being a man, you can message me. And I was like, what else did I say? I said, I apologize if I offended anyone, but also you don't need to be a snowflake about every single joke. And
people hate that word, being called the snowflake.
Yeah.
Because they know they blow in the wind,
I
dude.
chose that word. It was a very methodical word. Because you're being a fucking snowflake, dude. That guy's being a snowflake, for sure. So, I fucking backed out for a second. Then I went to go see, maybe if he said something back, blocked it. And I was like, all right, that's great. So then I was like, well, I'm not going to have my comment even be up there. Deleted my comment. Probably the dumbest thing ever. I should have kept that comment because it made him look like a fucking idiot.
He probably, because what you can do now is you can block I don't know if you can do it on your account, but like if you're a verified user, I know on Twitter, or if you're ads, you can block response or comments to the tweet so that you don't see it in the feed. Like other people don't see it in the feed.
Yeah.
But there's a little button. Next time you click on something, like go on a promoted ad or like a famous person's tweet, if you click on the tweet and go in the bottom right corner, it'll say like, before you go down the comments, it'll say like, show comments hidden by this, by the poster.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people, because what they do is they'll go on and like for whatever an ad that's on Twitter, you know, the paid ads, if it's that T-Mobile guy or whatever, I just block whatever ad I see. But a lot of people will just, they'll post a link to their YouTube, their Twitch, their YouTube, their Spotify or Apple podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll just block those. But,
immediately.
Yeah. But it depends on if the Twitter's on top of it. If you catch the right advertisement, they're never going to look. So you might be able to get somebody that's clicking on a Dell computer ad, and they'll go to your Twitch and be like, wow, this is what I needed clicking on this ad.
Yeah.
And they'll go to your Twitch. That'll never happen.
No, it probably won't. but it's wishful thinking at that point.
Yeah, at least you're hopeful.
Dude, it went really up and down. So yeah, I messaged Matt, or not messaged, I tweeted at Matt D'Elia, basically just saying, dude, that was amazing what you did with that special. He liked it. That was cool. And then I guess the coolest one out of all of them was Craig Contant. Is like an upcoming comedian, dude. He's so funny. If you guys have not listened to him, he's like everything you want from high on humor. You know what I mean?
He even laughs like a high on.
Yeah. And dude, I
My
love
favorite
him.
part.
So funny. I like, even though I don't smoke weed anymore, that's, dude, it's just, fucking hilarious guy. So I tweeted at him. I said, "Hey man, I was just kind of curious. When did you start? I was like, when did you start doing stand up? Because you're hilarious, dude. And like, I'm trying to like see how long it's, get an idea of how long it might take me to get where you're at, kind of thing." I didn't say it like that. I just, I just said, "Hey man, well, when did you start stand up? I'm just curious." He actually DM'd me, which is super cool, dude. I have to hand it to it because he's a big comedian now. He's a bigger comedian now.
Yeah.
I'd say bigger than Mike Lenoci and shit like that. So, which is a decent size. I mean, he hangs out with the crew. He hangs out with the group of people that are like, the
elites.
Yeah. So I started doing, dude, this was really cool. I started doing improv and sketch at the Second City 10 years ago, and then started hitting stand up hard about 7 years ago. He said I would say try stand up like twice a year my first 3 years when I was at Second City because I was terrified of it. So, dude, I mean, what a cool guy. That's awesome that he even messaged me. I just said, "Hey man, I appreciate the DM."
You guys are friends now.
Yeah, dude, he's my best friend. Actually, he invited me to my wedding.
To your own wedding?
To my own wedding. He invited me to my wedding. "Hey man, do you want to go to your own wedding?" "Okay, sure, man."
Is there an option not to go?
No, I want to go. I want to see myself get married. Oh man, yeah, dude, it's just Twitter's fucking rough, dude.
It's a very quick, snippy, liberal community.
It is, and it's just, dude, it's Mad Max. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's Mad Max. It's it says this is a barren of a wasteland that you can get to, and it's fucking a post-apocalyptic landscape, dude.
Absolutely, yeah, just the most outrageous of outrageous.
Yeah, exactly. Take me to Valhalla.
That's what
everybody fucking chants.
I mean, I enjoy it. Like, I don't fully tweet my opinion on a lot of things because it's just like it's worthless. I don't even feel like getting in an argument. But for the most part, just it's nice that I don't have too many people following my personal account, so then the people that usually do see it respond in a positive way,
Yeah, exactly. So
because they get your humor.
You're doing a really good job with Twitter, man. I mean, I've been seeing that you've been putting in work on.
It's annoying. I hate it. Just having to go and tweet, but it works.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's difficult, dude. It is definitely difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I also got a lot going on our Instagram today and the past day as well.
Yeah. Oh, we're at 104 followers on Twitter. Cool.
Yeah.
Good job, man. It's awesome.
And then we're at 304 on Instagram.
304 on Instagram. So we hit it yesterday, but we got a couple more today.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's just from following other podcasts and, but it's followers. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, dude, sooner or later, I mean, we're going to be owning the landscape.
I think we're going to be, what I wanted to do is I downloaded Canva and actually started getting to know it just because I feel like everybody that liked our photos, but it's just
Yeah.
like, okay, well, it's still in their studio in their house. Now we can do a little bit more professional looking photos that don't show the studio. We don't have to take pictures of ourselves every week, or we can do like, the photo I'm using tonight of you is just a good one. I had in the camera roll. Then I had the
Nice.
logo, so just to throw that up there. So we'll do photos like that in the logo, so it's professional and people will
Yeah.
want to go and like that post or
Yeah.
follow us because like, oh, so many people that think that like editing from Canva is so complicated, and they're just like, wow, they're putting in a lot of time and effort into this. They must be a good podcast, or whatever
Yeah.
content creator they are, when those photos
Yeah,
can take you
exactly.
15 minutes max.
Yeah. I mean, dude, and soon, I mean, I'm hard at work at doing this gaming compilation. I'm still waiting for a couple clips for you so I can throw it in there or whatever. So, I mean, maybe I'll just make a separate gaming compilation for you. And
Well, the video I have a Valorant video that's
Okay.
at like 5 minutes and 40 something seconds.
Yeah.
So all it would need is like that intro vid.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how to make thumbnails. I'd prefer to have you give me the rundown on thumbnails just one time, but
Yeah.
you don't have to tell me how to do that on a podcast. That doesn't sound fun
Yeah.
for...
Yes. No, that does not sound fun for
Yeah.
people. Yeah, I'll figure out. I mean, the way that I do it for me, I use a separate app, but then I use Canva at the same time. But I pay for both apps, which kind of sucks. You have to pay for what I'm using on the other app, which is like $20 a month.
Damn.
Yeah. That's to do like cropping and stuff like that, like auto cropping and stuff.
So that's how you're blowing up the thumbnails, and
that's how I'm making different characters be able to be in the thumbnails and whatever. I can cut us out and shit. I have a couple of you cut out already, so I was going to use them, but I can just send them to you. Anyways, yeah, let's not bore people with it.
Well, I mean, that is kind of good just in the sense where we can still stay on track, as we do have quite a few plans coming. We're starting to really ramp. I know Bear Who mentioned this last week, but we're going to really start uploading on that All Players Behold channel. Like I said,
Yes.
I have a video I'm building. I might even add a few more clips to it and everything tonight. I'm going to play Valorant after I get off with this and post this to Libsyn just to get more clips. But, like, we have a lot of big plans. Go watch his Let's Play with the Naruto game. Honestly, I thought I was just going to force myself to watch it for an hour, but I was entertained by the actual play style of the game and the way it goes. Like the part I thought was cool was that one fight where you guys were standing on the wall for that whole segment.
Oh, yeah, dude. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, it was so sick.
Blew my mind. Yeah, so, I mean, dude, that's a fun game, dude. It's honestly, like, I'm really starting to like fighting games. I just started playing Mortal Kombat 11, 2 nights ago. So, dude, I'm just having a blast with that game. I'm only on part 1. I'll be doing part 2 maybe tomorrow or, maybe tonight. I don't know. Who knows? So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a good channel. I think it's totally different from the podcast. It's separate, but in the same way, we still want it to kind of bring the essence of what we are from here into there.
Yeah, and just to show our hobbies and have one more facet, one more hole or tunnel to bring people towards the podcast. The podcast is the end goal. That's what we want to get big. But I mean, if we could get there faster by having a gaming channel, we're gonna do it. Either way, not that we're just doing it for the podcast, but like this is something that we've taken a while to actually make a decision and do, because we don't want to do something that we won't actually like doing. And having the editing too, it makes it so much nicer.
Yeah, exactly.
Starting to learn Premiere pretty fast, so I'll be able to make cooler videos. I can go and I won't send you this yet. I can probably get a lot more done today and tomorrow, and probably get it to like 10 minutes, 10 maybe 12.
Yeah, if you can
hopefully
do a 10-minute comp of you doing like trill like awesome shit in Valorant, get that. I mean, if you want any more further editing done, that's fine. I can do After Effects and shit like that. I've been learning After Effects, which is really cool. But other than that, I mean, dude, yeah, you got it down. You got it down, dude. Like, that's good. That's awesome.
I got the basics down. I'll just have to watch a lot more YouTube and shit. Those videos, like That's all you really need is if you find the right YouTuber, you can learn so much just from their uploading
100%.
content if they're clear, concise,
Yep.
and they don't bullshit you, and they tell you 3 different ways to do it instead of being a prick and telling you the way they only like doing it.
Yes, exactly.
And locking you in their chamber of creativity.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah.
All right, well, I guess
Good.
I don't know if we want to just kind of wrap up. We're at 50 minutes right now.
Yeah,
Just to kind of keep it shorter.
We can wrap it up. Other than that, so, I mean, these next couple weeks, dude, are going to be a real test to see who is the idiots and who's not. But that being said, stay inside, continue staying inside, be safe, wash your hands. If you're going outside, bring a mask to protect you and others. I mean, everyone should be wearing a mask. I've seen people in grocery stores still without a mask, dude. What are you doing?
Being dumb.
You can make it out of a t-shirt. Anywhere you go, you should be wearing a mask. Anywhere. So
I say the same thing, but also hopefully you guys find a way to enjoy this whole upcoming week. I'm sure we are, and we're going to keep busy, and like we said, we're going to crank out on this YouTube channel. And also, go and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you've listened to the podcast so far on any platform. Hopefully it's on YouTube. That's what we're trying to emphasize lately. But other than that, you can go to our Facebook page, The Surreal Series, our Reddit, The Surreal Series. Twitter is series_surreal. And then for our Instagram, it's The Surreal Series. And,
awesome.
Oh, yeah, and then All Players Behold is the other one.
Yeah, All Players Behold, APB, TSS for the Surreal Series. So, you guys check it out. I hope you'll like it. Probably good content. Like most content won't be up for, let's say, a week. Let's be reasonable. A week. Next week, next podcast, check our channel out, and we should have quite a bit of content for you guys to watch. So
I'm excited.
Yep, I am too, dude. This could be a big break for us, and this is what we want.
All right.
Well, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe. Hands wash.
Yeah, over and out, baby. Why are you saying that?
This is Surreal Series, baby.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that bell for notifications.